Hi, I'm Ari, I'm the Oak Witch, and today's video is going to be a book review on The Path of the Hedge Witch, Simple Natural Magic and the Art of Hedge Riding by Joanna van der Hoeven. So this lovely book was sent to me by Llewellyn, so thank you Llewellyn for sending me this and letting me review this for you guys, because I've actually seen this book since it was announced, and I was really interested in it, and as someone who's a folk witch who practices a lot of spirit flight, or what people call hedge riding, I was quite keen to see what it's all about. So here are my thoughts. My thoughts are that it's a really lovely book. It's a really simple Witchcraft 101 book. So it is very basic, so it's tailored towards the absolute beginner. So if you're more advanced, you probably won't get a lot out of it, but for those who are more new to the craft, this is who it's catered towards, and it's really lovely. It's a really nice, easy read. I like the way that she writes. It's very simple and poetic, but without being really pretentious. So yeah, I also like that this book is essentially an insight into the author's practice, and she's very upfront about that, so I quite like that. So yes, it is about hedge witchcraft, but specifically she's talking about her own practice and the elements that she's sort of put together to create this form of hedge witchcraft that she follows, and she's very upfront about it being based on her practice. And I do like that she throughout the book caveats things like, oh, there's a chapter on deities and she says, oh well, skip this chapter if it just doesn't call to you, it's fine, you don't need to include this element in your craft if you want to be a hedge witch, for example. And I like that that type of approach is being utilised in a 101 book, because it is it goes through a lot of different elements just to teach you about it, but it's also kind of you don't need to do this if you don't want to. And I like that approach. I think there's a lot of older 101 books that don't really do the same thing, and I like that this book does. I have to say I was hoping for a little bit more of maybe British folk magic elements, even different European folk magic traditions relating to this idea of hedge riding, maybe the Witch's Sabbath. I was hoping for a little bit more. She does talk about that, of course, but I was hoping for a little bit more. I guess I'm just biased as an English folk witch, and I actually live quite near to her, which is quite interesting. So I was hoping for a little bit more of that, but it's not like she doesn't talk about that, because obviously she talks about her own experience and her own experience living in England, in Suffolk, so it is something which I wish there was a little bit more on, but that's my own expectations, isn't it? So I would say, yeah, this is really lovely if you are a beginner and you're just looking for a 101 book that is essentially goes over the basics. You want to learn about a brief history into witchcraft without it being too much. You want to learn about moon magic, the moon phases. You want to learn about the solar festivals, so what people call the Sabbats, the wheel of the year. You want to learn about elements, but also you want to learn about plant magic and basics of spells, but catered more towards the person who is a bit more interested in practical magic and animism approach spirit work and magic. So if you're looking for that type of book, this is the book for you. I think this will satisfy you in that regard. So yeah, if you're looking for that, I would recommend this, to be honest, because that's what this does. I'm not sure I'd say explicitly folk witchcraft, but it is this very folk magic, or I should probably say practical magic, low magic focus of witchcraft, as opposed to the very occult ceremonial influences of other traditions, but it also includes a bit more neo-pagan things in here as well. So again, this is the author's own practice that she's explicitly disclaimed, and she's also known for a lot of her Druid books, so I guess that is an influence that is shown in here as well. So yeah, it is a really lovely book, and thank you again Llewellyn for sending it to me. I hope you guys enjoyed the review. If you have read it also, what did you think? Let me know below. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I've got a bunch more reviews to get done, so look out for those, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.